Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing Fatherland. Fatherland is an expansion to the Long Road, so you do need the base game, the Long Road, to play. The Long Road is a game in Mark H. Walker's Platoon Commander series. If you haven't heard of the Long Road, I will make sure to link it in the description below, but it is a cool World War III game set at the Platoon level. It's a two-player war game designed by Mark H. Walker. And it brings in a really interesting twist. The twist is that not only are you fighting in this alternative history World War III scenario, but you're also adding in some paranormal forces. So it is an extremely unique war game in that regard. It plays just like any other hex encounter war game at the Platoon level, although there are some really interesting mechanisms that make it unique. But in addition to that, you get to fight with werewolves, zombies, vampires, and witches. Thanks again for watching this video about the unboxing of Fatherland, an expansion for the Long Road. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. So as you can see, I still have Fatherland in shrink wrap. I couldn't believe that I didn't have this game. I've had the Long Road for a while, and I know you guys who follow my channel have seen all of my Long Road videos, and then we also have some older videos that Eddie did for the Long Road. It's a really fun game, and I realized when I didn't have the expansion that I had to get a copy and show you guys because it is just a really cool expansion to an already spectacular game. Fatherland, the expansion for the Long Road, is a boxed expansion. You do need to have the Long Road, the base game, to be able to play this game here. Fatherland is still set in 1985, just like the Long Road is in West Germany, but it's going to add in the Bundeswehr forces, and it's also going to add in some more, some different units, such as the Leopard tanks. And it also is going to add in some more Jaguars, which is cool, and some also Panzer Grenadiers. So you get some extra units that are really fun to play with in this game. So in Fatherland, not only are you getting this nice box set, but you're also getting a full sheet of 1-inch counters. You're going to get a 17-inch by 22-inch mounted map or game board. You get a scenario book with 6 new scenarios. So to me, that's the best value that you get, are 6 new scenarios to play with your Long Road base game. I'm going to go ahead and just, some people have asked about this. So this is a 2-player game. It is, playtime can vary. Dad on the back of the box says 156 minutes, but as we all know, that can vary depending on what scenario you play and your level of familiarity with the rules. And it's going to be ages 14 plus. Obviously, all of these things are a little bit arbitrary depending on who you're playing with. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Platoon Commander Deluxe series, we have a couple games in that series. Like I said, we have the Long Road, and this is the expansion for the Long Road. We also have the Battle of Kursk in the Flying Pig Games store. If you go to our sister company, Tiny Battle Publishing, there are also some series of games in the Platoon Commander Deluxe system. So once you learn this really fun system, you're going to be able to play a few different games with the system that you've learned. I'll link these games in the description below if you're interested in playing some other Platoon Commander Deluxe games. So with the Platoon Commander Deluxe series, the system is a pretty crunchy war game system. It's fun. There's going to be a lot of familiar mechanics for those of you who are used to playing hex encounter war games. You do roll dice. It's based on a D10. And there are combat results tables. But in addition to having these kind of typical, I wouldn't say typical, but some familiar crunchy war game mechanics with beautiful art and a lot of information on the counters. In addition to that, there are some cards. So it's not a card-driven system, but it is card-assisted. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's inside. Awesome. So right here we have our scenario book, full color, glossy pages. All right, let's read the description for scenario 3, Escape. The Leopards finally broke the deadlock on Gershbach with help from a misplaced company of Abrams. Schmidt knew that there was nothing to cheer about. For sure, they still had Gershbach. But the Soviets had pushed the NATO lines even further east. Now the job would be to run as fast as they could through 27 kilometers of the Red Army back to NATO lines. On the positive side, Schmidt's platoon had captured 15 Soviet Ural truck transports abandoned in the woods south of Gersbach. That would mount most of the Panzer Grenadiers. The rest would have to ride on the outside of the Leopards and Abrams tanks. Not safe, but a lot faster than walking. So this scenario that I just read to you is one of the bigger ones. You're going to actually use 2 different maps. You can see the pictures here for the different maps. To win this scenario, the NATO player must accumulate 10 victory points by the scenario's end. Each Abrams or Leopard exited the west side of the map is worth 2 victory points. Every other NATO unit exited the west side of the map is worth 1 victory point. Right. And so here are the beautiful 1-inch counters. This dark green is just gorgeous. I'll show some close-ups of these Leopards. These are awesome. You can see here. So you get a full sheet of these 1-inch counters, lots of information, gorgeous art as you always expect from us. And I mean, these look awesome. Even this mortar counter right here looks awesome, and the focus counter looks great. So in addition to that full color glossy scenario book, you're also going to get this sheet of 1-inch counters. Okay, and then you also get this mounted map. And this is obviously, you're going to use this in addition to the maps and the long road. So like that scenario I just read you, you'll be using map A and then also this map as well. So this is a great expansion to go along with the long road. We're going to have even more expansions coming out from the long road pretty soon. So I would go ahead and pick up a copy while we still have some of these in stock. And the fun thing about this are just more tanks. And who doesn't love fighting with more tanks? So like I said, you get those Leopard tanks and then some other armored vehicles as well. So this is a great expansion if you love the long road. If you don't know much about the long road, go ahead and check out some of my other videos on the channel. I have a video that actually describes what the long road is about and how some of the system works. I have a long road video explaining some combat. I have a video explaining combat, I think between 2 tanks and then zombies. And hopefully I'll have more and more coming out. And this is just going to help you guys be able to play this game even faster. Because if you're anything like me, I like to read rules and then also listen to a video talking about how to play the game. And I hope that the videos that I put on this channel are just helping people like me and other people be able to learn these games and get to playing them even more quickly. Thanks again for watching this unboxing of Fatherland, which is an expansion for the long road. Please don't forget to comment any questions that you have, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks so much.